If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Oh, House on the Road subscribers and followers. All my life, I've been kind of the guy that has to have a plan to go to sleep at night. I have to have a plan for everything. I was a production manager. Everything had a plan. Down to the last detail, everything had a plan. I just have to have a plan. Well, that becomes a little bit more complicated living out here. We got here on a Thursday night, late, Friday morning, whatever you want to call it. Well, Friday and Saturday was just absolutely beautiful here. It was breathtaking. It was everything I had imagined this adventure to be. It was absolutely fantastic. Well, then it was supposed to rain Sunday night just for a few hours and clear up. But me being wanting to have a good plan, I said, Carolyn, why don't we go to town Sunday? We'll get a fresh stock of water, make sure we got plenty of food, get a shower, we'll come back over here just in case something happens. And we're stuck here for a little bit longer than we expect. Well, I was thinking a little bit longer, maybe a day or so. These roads here are dirt roads, and I was kind of concerned that if it rained, we would be stuck here. And anyway, I just wanted to make sure we had plenty of water. Water was the specific thing that I was worried about. Sure enough, it rained just as expected. Well, as it started raining, they turned this few-hour rain event into a two-day rain event. So it has been raining for 2 days. It rained Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday morning. It's just been raining nonstop. The ground is absolutely saturated. Cars are down here on the road, on the dirt road, stuck. So even if we could get out, if we had four-wheel drive or whatever, we wouldn't be able to get around that truck. So yeah, we're stuck here, and it's going to rain again tonight. So they just keep extending out this rain forecast. I don't know how long we're going to be here. It looks like days. It's got to dry out before we attempt to leave. I think if it wouldn't rain tonight, we might be able to get out of here tomorrow, because it is drying up relatively fast, but it's gonna rain again tonight. And I think that's what's going to happen over the next several days. Is it's going to have a few hours of dry time and a few hours of wet time. I'm starting to worry about the amount of water we have, and the food, and the gas. So let me tell you, whether this was a bad plan or not, it is what it is, and we're going to have to deal with it. Gas for the generator, I have 2 cans of gas, and last time we went to town, the gas station was full. And I thought, well, that's no big deal. I mean, we got a full tank of gas. We'll be fine. And we had a partial tank. Well, the partial tank is already gone. Well, now we have a full tank. That full tank is going to last a week. Continues to rain, I'm going to start worrying about the gas. The longer it rains, the more I'm going to worry about this gas. If we run out of electric, that means our food will go bad. What my backup plan is if we run out of gas, I got about 10 gallons left in the truck. I'm going to siphon it out, and that'll give us 5 more gallons. That'll give us 2 weeks here. Food, now we're in really good shape with food. We got so much food, it would last us 3 weeks, I would think. That new refrigerator we have really does help with our food storage. Before, we barely got a week's worth of food in our old fridge, but this one with the freezer and the fridge and all our canned foods, we got plenty of food. So that is a big plus. We're in a good shape with the food. Heat, we got plenty of propane for heat, and yes, we are using heat. I know down there in southern America, you guys are really suffering with some huge heat indexes and high humidity, but it's been 50 degrees. Right now it is 63 degrees. I got my long sleeve shirt on. I've rolled up my sleeves a little bit because the sun comes out, but when the clouds cover that sun, I mean, you're right back to being chilly. It's very windy. 15 to 20, sometimes 30 mile an hour winds, and I have 2 tanks of propane, full propane tanks. Now the big one, water. Okay, we're not going to have enough water. We carry 3 buckets of water. That's all we can carry in this truck. I don't want to overload the truck, so we only carry 3 buckets. Either we stay at campgrounds that have water, or we go to town and get water, which is what we're doing here. We went to town to get water. While we were there, we took a shower. We filtered our water, so we have 5 gallons of filtered water. We have 3 5-gallon buckets of water when we came back here. Well, the 5 gallons of water, drinking water, lasts us 2 days. We're already had to filter more water. We've went through our first 5 gallons that we got from when we were in town. So that means now we're down to 2 buckets of water. Remember, you still have to do dishes, and you have to use water for cooking and all these things. So, I mean, you got to have water. Now, what we're doing with dishes is if the plate isn't very dirty, we're not using water, we're using vinegar. It's a little trick we learned. As long as there's nothing spoiling on the plate or anything, you're in pretty good shape using vinegar. I'm not recommending this to anybody, so don't say, oh, you can't do that. Don't leave a comment. I'm not recommending you use vinegar. It's what we're doing. That's my disclaimer. So that leaves us two buckets of water that we're going to use. Well, if we're stuck here for as long as I think we're going to be stuck here, 4 or 5 days, we don't have enough water. So I've already started collecting water. I got about a half a bucket of collected water from rain. I stuck it underneath the slope of the truck, and it's draining right off into that bucket. Now, I didn't think of this until last night, right before it stopped raining. It's going to start up again tonight. Sure, we're going to get plenty of water. What I need to do is, as soon as that bucket gets full, I need to wake up in the middle of the night and change out buckets. I need to start filtering more water so I can have the Berkey full water, the 5 gallons of drinking water full, and then I can have another bucket. That gives me 3 buckets and then 8 gallons of drinking water. And that should get us through. This is going to happen. Recognize that this also happens in your stick and brick. When you lose electricity in your house, this happens. If you're in some sort of natural disaster, this can happen. If you're in a snowstorm, this can happen. So this isn't an unusual situation, but it's something that you're going to have to think about. This isn't something that you just get in your car and you run to town and you take care of the problem. You know, we're kind of stuck here, and I would rather stay here and worry about my water situation than try to get that truck down the hill and get stuck trying to get around that truck, which is going to happen. I'm going to get stuck. And then have to deal with the tow truck and the extra expenses, and even if the tow truck will come down here, I don't know. So I'd rather not find out. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video, and happy travel.